Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Fitzwing TV here, aka G33. I'm here with well, you guys know by the title of the video. If you guys have been living under a rock, you guys know what's been going on today in the wrestling community. Depending when you guys are watching this, we do have the Monday Night Raw review tonight, so make sure you guys come by over for that. But the big thing is this whole Sammy Guevara and Sasha Banks situation, and I wanted to wait a little bit to talk about it because I wanted to see how it developed. Will we get anything from AEW? Would Sammy make a statement on it? Sasha made a statement on it, which was the most surprising, and I have everything pulled up. I'm gonna put the clip of what Sammy said, so it is a little bit graphic, so if you guys want to tune out for a couple of seconds or just skip by it, I'm going to be inserting the clip right here, right now, and then we're going to talk about it. So, let's go.
Bro, Sasha Banks, oh my god. When I was at the WWE the other week, I wanted to just go fucking rape that woman.
Would you at a tryout?
Alright, so you guys can't deny what you just heard. The evidence is right there. Like they say, the proof is in the pudding. He said, I want to rape Sasha Banks. I don't think he literally meant that, but I believe we all can figure out what he actually meant. Sasha's a very attractive woman, as we all know, and there's things he wants to do with Sasha Banks, who clearly is married, and things of that. There's so many problems with this. And yes, this was 4 years ago. This was way before AEW was even a thought in Cody Rhodes' mind. And Sammy did have a tryout at the NXT Performance Center. There is a clip out there of Lacey Evans actually training this guy, which is kind of funny. But there's many problems with this. First off, Sammy went onto a public podcast. The podcast is called The Fourth Hour. I actually used to watch this podcast a little bit a couple years back, and not gonna lie, it's more of a comedic way for them to review Raw, but there's many problems. First of all, the host did nothing to stop Sammy, and there's other clips from the podcast where they're talking about having sex with each other's moms, and Sammy did make some racist comments. He said something about the podcaster's mom being black. So first of all, 4 years ago, he went onto a public podcast and said these things, which is wrong. The host of the podcast did nothing to stop it. It's like the guy kept entertaining this, level of communication, which is wrong in itself. Another thing is, this is why you always have to be careful what you say on social media. You guys saw a couple weeks ago, I did the video on Alexa Bliss and JD from NY. When JD was comparing Alexa's wrestling ability to her ability in bed. Alright? The thing about it is, JD said that last year, but it came back to bite him this year. Sammy said this 4 years ago, and now it's coming back to bite him this year. This is one thing you guys should learn from this. Always be careful what you say on the internet. Always. Because if it's filmed, if it's posted online, it doesn't matter if it was uploaded 10 years ago. It could come back to bite you in the ass. I'm willing to bet nobody, especially Sammy, I'm willing to bet he would never think to imagine in thousands of years that this would come back to bite him like it is today. But it is, and he kind of deserves it. When you go out and make public remarks like that, it doesn't matter. What goes around comes around, as they always say. And he could have phrased it so much more better. He could have said, oh, Sasha's a beautiful woman, I wish I could date somebody like her. That would have been simple. You would have got your message across, whatever. You don't go saying you're gonna want to rape somebody when there are women and people that go through this every single day, who have to live with those horrific memories in their minds for the rest of their lives. People unfortunately have to go through these traumas and these burdens, and then you go out and make a joke like that. It's not even right to say that with the camera off. It's worse to say it with the camera on. The fact that it was uploaded to YouTube, it disgusts me. It really does. And Sammy should honestly be ashamed for what he said. When I saw this morning, the first thing that came to my mind was, I wish Sammy was near me right now. Because if I see him, it's on site. Like, I'm taking him down. I don't care if you're a wrestler. You don't go saying something disrespectful, especially to someone that I, adore, like Sasha Banks. But we do have some statements from AEW, from Sasha herself and Sammy. So I'm going to start with what Sasha said. All right. What Sasha says is the one that really gets me. Because Sasha did not have to respond whatsoever. But Sasha posted earlier today on her Twitter account. She says, "Earlier I spoke with Sammy. He apologized and we had an open discussion. Words like the comments he made, jokingly or not, have absolutely no place in our society. I don't condone or tolerate this kind of behavior. What one thinks is just a side comment can have a massive impact on someone else's life and can send the wrong message. We have to hold ourselves accountable for our actions and the words we say. And I hope this situation shows them that I hope from this point on, in order for growth and change within our community to take place, we all can continue to have these conversations. No person, man, woman, or child should ever be subjected to a feeling of fear or any unsafe environment. We all have to do better, not just for ourselves, but for generations to come. Sincerely, Mercedes Vernado, aka Sasha Banks." This is absolutely beautiful. The fact that Sasha came out publicly and made a statement like this, and the bigger point that she actually contacted Sammy privately. I don't know if Sammy called her or if she contacted him. I don't really know. But that's none of our business. I'm just happy that they were able to take care of this privately, and it didn't become a whole public mess like the whole JD situation. This really speaks to Sasha's character, because when she left WWE last year and she was gone for 4 months, everyone was putting out all these stories about her, and you guys remember how pissed off it made me. I was disgusted by it. She was working on herself mentally, and Sasha has spoken a lot, especially since this pandemic started. She's done so many interviews on different podcasts and shows talking about how she's never felt better, mentally, physically, and, intellectually, and all these other aspects. It's really good to see, because a year ago, we don't know how Sasha would have responded to this. Remember, last year, she was not in a good place mentally. That's why she had to take a break from WWE, because she had spent 9 years on the road constantly without any breaks. And she was forgetting who she was. She was forgetting who Mercedes was. That's why she had to take that break from WWE. And then she came back refreshed, and she's better than ever. And right now she's doing some of the best work of her entire career, because she's the best female wrestler in the world. And, I love her. She's amazing. She did not have to come out publicly and say any of these comments. She didn't. But the fact that she did speaks to her character, speaks to her maturity, and speaks to her as a person and how she wants to be better. She didn't come out and just say this to, comment on the situation for herself, but she also wanted to use what happened with Sammy to elevate this issue of what people say and how we have to be better communicating with one another. And I applaud Sasha. She's amazing. I love her. And the fact that she actually came out and said this when she didn't need to say anything at all, because she's the victim in this situation. She didn't need to say anything. But the fact that she went out of her way to have a conversation with Sammy in private, where Sammy apologized and they discussed this issue, speaks volumes. And she should be applauded for what she did. Another thing that, before I get to what Sammy said and what AEW said, another thing I think that needs to be brought into the limelight is other WWE superstars. It really pisses me off, because I've been on Twitter most of the day, seeing how the situation would play out, and it's really angered me that not many people have come to Sasha's side. These are a lot of the people that, have bashed Sasha in the past. They got on Sasha for taking her ball and going home after WrestleMania when she left to get better for herself and her family. When Alexa Bliss in that situation came out, you had so many superstars like Paige and Braun Strowman, Sonya Deville, Mick Foley, a legend, followed JD on Twitter and messaged him privately just to block him. But yet, when I look at people coming to Sasha's side in this situation, remember, JD's comments were just comparing Alexa's wrestling ability to how she would be in bed. Here you have somebody else saying that he wants to actually rape, sexually harass Sasha. And even if he didn't fully mean it, the fact that you said it, we don't know how Sasha would have took these comments if she wasn't as mentally strong as she is. You don't know. That's why you always gotta be careful what you say and how you phrase it, because you never know how the other person is going to take it. You don't know how they're gonna react. That's why communication and dialogue and speaking is so important, and that's why we all need to work on communicating better. When everyone came to Alexa Bliss's aid, right? Everyone was bashing on JD. JD was getting death threats. His family was getting death threats. Where's the people coming to Sasha's aid? I saw, Dakota Kai and Rhea Ripley, Bayley, Natalia. Some superstars came to her aid, but the way I see it, I didn't see nearly as many people coming to Sasha's aid, than Alexa. And then some of the people that are coming to Sasha's aid now, right? They're coming to her aid now after she made the whole statement on the situation. That disgusts me. Where was you when this was whole going down? Because this whole situation started very early this morning, before I even woke up. It was like, 9, 10 a.m. that this started. All right, and here we are now in the later afternoon. Don't tell me you wrestlers were not on Twitter the entire day. Don't give me that nonsense. We're in quarantine. We're in a pandemic. Like, what else are you doing with your time? I don't want to hear that excuse, I wasn't looking at my phone. No, you didn't want to come to Sasha's aid because for some reason you have a problem with her. I don't know why, because the way I hear it, Sasha loves backstage. But I don't know, I don't work for WWE, but it really disgusts me that people didn't come to Sasha's aid with this situation when somebody said something very hurtful, way more hurtful than what JD said about Alexa Bliss. It really pisses me off here. And to me, it really shows the true colors of some of the superstars in the locker room. But getting on to what Sammy said. Sammy waited a while to say something on this. But Sammy said that I've made stupid, inappropriate, and extremely offensive comments in my past. In my idiotic mind, I was being funny and using words and terms that represent nothing but horror and pain. I'm truly sorry for my hurtful words and actions, and I will never forgive myself. He later tweeted on saying, I also want to apologize to Sasha Banks for my unacceptable comments. She's an amazing person who didn't deserve to be the brunt of my offensive remarks. I spoke with her earlier and she helped me learn a gigantic lesson, and I thank her for that. Once again, I'm sincerely sorry. So the part that gets me is when he says, I spoke with her earlier and she helped me. Sasha helped him realize. It wasn't Sammy, so that I don't know the situation, but I believe that Sasha reached out to Sammy. All right. And once again, this really speaks volumes to Sasha's character. Sammy did wait a while to respond, because I did see some people, you can see what a person likes on Twitter. So earlier today, Sammy was liking some posts, kind of trying to defend his actions. And it seems like not until he spoke with Sasha, that's when he realized what he did was wrong. And like I said, it speaks volumes to Sasha's character, but it also speaks to me that Sammy is immature. He's only 26. He is young. He's only 5 years older than me. All right. And like I said, man, we're learning every single day. And he's still very early in his career, very early in life. He's only 26, like I said. He's just getting started in the adult world. And it just proves that he has to grow and mature. AEW, they did wait a while to make a statement on this. I haven't heard anything that WWE said. I know we have Raw tonight, and Sasha does have a title match tonight defending the tag titles with Bayley. But AEW said, AEW insists on doing our part to create a world of understanding and respect for humankind. We therefore strongly condemn the extremely offensive and hurtful words of Sammy Guevara. As such, effective immediately, Sammy is suspended without pay until further notice. Sammy has agreed to undergo extensive sensitivity training, and upon completion, his future status within the company will be reevaluated. During his suspension, his salary will be donated to the Women's Center of Jacksonville. So this is going to be gonna rough up plans for AEW. Sammy was in a big feud with Matt Hardy on AEW Dynamite Television. That's definitely now going to have to be put on hold or at least scrapped for right now while Sammy is suspended. It doesn't give any date to how long he's going to be suspended, but he is suspended without pay. He's going to go do sensitivity training, and his salary is going to be donated to the Women's Center of Jacksonville. So I condemn AEW for the way they handled the situation. You can debate all you want on if AEW waited too long. There's many different ways you can view the situation. But at the end of the day, the way AEW handled it, at the end of the day, I got to give credit where credit is due. They did a great job handling that. I hope AEW and Sammy learned their lesson. Because if AEW hadn't do anything, we would have kept roasting AEW for days. They had to do something. They really did. And the way they handled it, I think they did a great job handling the situation. But Sammy not only embarrassed himself, he embarrassed AEW, man. And, hopefully he learns from his mistakes. And hopefully he gets better as a person. The last thing I wanted to bring up is society as a whole. Like Sasha said in her statement, the reason I believe Sasha made a public statement on this is to bring eyes and ears that, we have to get better as a society. We have to not only be better with the way we communicate with one another, but we also got to be careful of how, what we say about others. Like I said earlier, Sammy could have easily just said something like, Sasha's a very beautiful woman, and I wish I could date her, something like that. So, it could be a little bit cheesy or corny, but it would have got his message across. He should never have said anything what he said, especially today when our society is very sensitive to everything we say. And, like I said, Sasha took it like a champ. Like, there's a reason why she's the legit boss for a reason. Literally, there's a reason why she is the legit boss. The way she handled it, amazing. It has to take a lot of guts for her to contact Sammy personally and actually have a conversation with that. Like I said, Sasha didn't need to do anything. It was Sammy that needed to apologize to her and Sasha's husband, Mikaze. But the thing about it is, we gotta act better. We really do. No matter what we say on social media, what we say when the camera's off, we got to act better. We're already in trying times. We're in a pandemic. We already have social injustice going on. We already have a president that doesn't know what the hell he's saying half the time. And now we have situations like this. You guys have seen this weekend, we've had the whole speaking out movement. And you see everything that's been going on with the Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle and all these other superstars. Even AEW has had superstars dealt with this situation. And at the end of the day, we don't know, if what these people are saying about these superstars are true. When you talk about Patrick Clark, the Velveteen Dream, I don't know what to say because, after what happened with Enzo, we all got an Enzo. Because based off Enzo's personality, it was easy to believe that the allegations that were brought against him were true. But they were false. He was proven innocent, but yet his reputation and his character and everything was destroyed, during that situation. With the Velveteen Dream, right now the evidence does not look good for him. And if it's actually proven that, what these people are saying about him are true, and he did these things to 15 and 16-year-old, he's done. He is done. His career is over. Like, I'm not talking about wrestling. He might not be able to get another job after this, because that is, he could go to jail for that. I don't want to say that it's true, but at the end of the day, we have to act better as a society and as a people. I was a Sammy supporter, and I hope he gets better. Right now, I'm not going to be a Sammy supporter, especially after what he said. But what I hope is Sammy, he gets better. He's doing this sensitivity training. Hopefully he learns not to make this mistake in the future. And not just him, for all people. Because we have to act better, man. Be careful what you guys see on the internet. For real. Because it will come back to bite you in the ass. That's one thing that I've seen the last couple of weeks. Be careful with what the hell you say. Because it will come back to bite you. Once again, one more time, Sasha, you are amazing. I love you. You are just awesome. Awesome. All right, the way you handle this situation is the way we should handle all situations. She did it professionally. She didn't make it personal. She did what was right. And definitely, I gotta condone her for what she did. I can't wait to see her Monday Night Raw. Hopefully, her and Bayley retain against the Iconic. I'm terrified to watch that match tonight. But either way, I wanted to make this video talking about it. Just overall, guys, be kind to one another. Be nice. Think twice before you open your mouth, man, because you don't know how somebody else is gonna take it. And you don't know how it could be used against you. Treat others the way you would want to be treated, all right? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully the message I tried to send got to you guys a little bit. I'll see if you guys are watching this before Raw. Hopefully I'll see you guys for the Raw review later on tonight, where we'll be talking about Sasha and everything else. But thank you guys once again. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you guys later. I love you guys.